I just think the art of communication, face to face or over the phone, is completely lost today. And I think people, it blows me away how many really serious conversations are done over text. Like serious conversations, like things that should not be said over text messaging
Yeah.
because you lose the nuance. You are projecting your stuff into the text that you are reading. Like
Right. You
there,
projecting your feelings.
yes, you have no,
Yeah.
you assume that the person is sending it in a certain way, and you have no idea because that text could be a day old and you are now reading it and you would have read it totally differently yesterday than the way you're reading it today. And it just blows my mind how many people are having like serious relationship type discussions and big decision making things over text message.
And it doesn't always have to be a serious conversation. Sometimes I think we get texts, and I'm not going to go into detail. It was nothing earth-shattering, but someone sent me a text the other day, and I can't tell her tone. I can't tell her what's going on in her life. I know what's going on in her life, but I can't tell what's going on in that day. And it triggered something in me that went. And I did not even have a, I just answered her short and curt, like, and so I think we also, as being on the other side of getting this text, I could have sent a clarifying text back, but I also wasn't having a good day. So this,
Mhm.
but when the text came in, it just triggered something in me. And it still is in a way because I'm having a conversation about it.
Mhm.
So I think sometimes the sender thinks it's that the receiver will understand what they're saying,
Mhm.
but you're not hearing their tone. You're not hearing the inflections within their voice. You're like, yeah, I think. Do you think it's because have become a society that's hiding behind the text? Like it's easier to handle something in a text than the art of having, as you said, Tracy E., the conversation with somebody.
Oh, I totally agree with that. And I'm guilty. I'm guilty of the crime.
Mhm.
And I have had like a conversation and I have sat back and gone, this is not something that should be done over text messaging. This was wrong. I shouldn't have done this. Um, and I think that we have, hmm, I think for some people, they can become very bold over text. They would say something that if they were sitting in front of you, they probably wouldn't say.
Mhm.
Um, and I think it just allows for an expansion of emotion that doesn't, that isn't required. It's not required.
I
Because I
this
think
sorry,
sorry,
go,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say this might sound woohoo. Little woohoo. But to me, anytime you throw something out there, it's energy. And I go, I'm throwing out a bunch of crap that now lives, whether I delete it, they screenshot, whatever, that lives. When I spew out something,
Mm-hmm.
it it's released and there might be some confrontation or argument or whatever, but then it dissipates, it's gone. But you're holding on to this. Now I'm looking back at it and go, I got over that 3 days ago, but now I'm looking back and going, you know what? Wait
Right.
a minute. Wait a
Yeah.
minute. So to me, never, 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 never.
Right. Yeah.
It's just not good. And also I can't, if I have this much in my head, text it
Yeah,
enough.
yeah, 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 yeah.
It'd take me an hour.
It's interesting. I mean, I grew up with my parents saying to me, if you can't say something nice, don't say
Say
anything at
Yeah,
nothing.
all,
yeah,
Right,
right? It was like
right,
that was the mantra of our generation.
yeah.
And it's interesting, like if you look at social media or something like that, it blows me away at how vicious some people are in comments and things that they say to posts or to whatever. And like honestly, I don't know if people appreciate if there's any real harm being done. Like I don't know if they realize the impact that their statements or their, that emotional output, that energy, like you're talking about, Tracy. I don't know if they take ownership of that. I really don't think they do. It's like I've said it, whatever,
I
done.
think it's changing though, because before when the anonymous commenters would say whatever and people were just like, oh, they didn't try to correct them or go, hey, this is a reflection of you. Like,
right,
if you've taken the time, if someone does something on social media that's cute, whatever, different, interesting, and you've taken the time to say, you're an idiot, this sucks, it really reflects on you rather than, to me, on them.
right, right. I also think, though, I think beforehand, if we were to make the phone call, I think when you go to make that phone call, you probably by time you're making the phone call or get time to do or whatever, you have some time to process what you want to say to the person. Not always, but sometimes. But in the heat of the moment, you just start sending off that text, and then it goes. And I've had times in the past when I was in a very bad conflict with somebody that this person knew triggers,
Mm.
like knew how to trigger me
Yeah.
and would use one word and then I would explode on them. And they would be like, see how she is. And I caught on once I heard, but it took me a while to understand that. So, yeah, I think if you wish to do that, like wish to send a serious text to somebody. And that you might need to because the person might not pick up the phone. They're, at the other end, on the other side, then I strongly suggest taking a breather, walk away from it, like even 24 hours, or write it out and leave it, don't send it. And really think about what you're saying and how you're saying it and picture yourself on the other end
But I
of
think
how
that's
that
the
person
point,
feels.
is that you aren't thinking of the other person. You're
Right.
looking at your screen and you're going da, 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 and you're
Mhm.
just talking really to your screen. And
Yeah.
then you're not extending, well, there's someone that's going to
Right.
get receive that.
Yeah.
Right. You're very well. We don't do that. Like,
And that's why the art of this, the
Mhm.
conversation on the phone, has
yeah,
really kind of,
yeah,
disappeared. I mean, I
no.
have to tell you something really funny because we've talked about my sister before on this podcast. But it's really funny because she's not a texter. Like she doesn't do that. And so we have now, I finally figured that out, right? Like after being upset numerous times of no responses, no responses, I finally figured out this is not who she is. Like I gotta let this go.
Mhm.
And now I text her to say, hey, are you available for a call? She won't FaceTime. She doesn't like doing FaceTime, but phone calls, yes. So we regularly now talk
Because
like
you figured out
every
what
couple
worked for her.
yeah, every couple of weeks, it's like, hey, do you have time for like 10 minutes? And 10 minutes usually ends up being an hour and a half. And it's like, yeah, I finally figured it out. And that art of it, and there's so much joy in that conversation. Like there's laughter, there's tears, there's
Yeah.
so much true connection in those phone calls. I don't want to text her anymore. It's like, nah, this is the way we do it. This is
Well,
the way we
because
do it.
it actually creates memories. Do you
Yes.
remember
Yeah,
the text? No, but you remember, oh my, she was laughing her head off and we were just
Yes.
like blah blah blah. She didn't understand the story and figured it out or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And it actually can impact you that it stays with you. Where a text.
Yeah.
yeah. It's so
Yeah.
funny you say that. My mom, she passed in 2016. So I, in my past career, I was always on the road traveling. Like I used to travel like almost 2 weeks out of every month for 10 months out of the year and the whole thing. And every once in a while I would get a text from her. Don't know where you are now, wondering how you're doing, like kind of like I would feel guilty. Oh, I didn't talk to my mom. I didn't talk to my mom. But I figured it out, just like you said, Tracy E. And so it would be every other Sunday, because I was usually home on a Sunday, like a Sunday night. Every other Sunday night, I would call her and we would talk, a 10-minute talk, sometimes went for an hour and a half. And there were sometimes I called her and she'd be like, Michelle, so and so's over. We're having dinner. Okay. But no, that's okay, Ma. I'm home this week. Call me when you're free this week. Like we would set up a time. I would give anything to have that phone call again.
Yeah.
It's not the text.
Mhm.
I don't have any protection for the longest time. I saved two of her voicemails
Yeah.
just to hear her voice.
Yeah.
So it is, I think it's, yes, the seriousness of the conversations shouldn't be in text. But I think we're also coming to the conclusion it's okay to check in on somebody via a phone call too,
Yeah. Yeah.
because, you know, um, that's just as important too. The art of having a conversation,
Yeah.
because here's another thing. You can text somebody and say, "Hey, I was thinking about you. How are you doing?" And they'll be, "Oh, okay." But I'll tell you something. You can hear how their "oh, okay" is in their voice. Then you
Yeah.
can tell on the phone
For
and have a
sure.
conversation
Yeah.
better than
Yeah. Totally.
oh, see, you said you were okay.
Yeah. Okay, talk to you later.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And I think I saw something on that. I saw a gentleman speaking about that where he um he was talking to somebody, and when he finally got a hold of him, there was like, yeah, a couple of weeks ago were really bad. And he says, "Why didn't you reach out to me?" And he says, "I did. I asked you, like, but the person didn't know how to ask for help. So was kind of casually having a conversation with him. But this
Mhm.
guy didn't know he needed help and just was like, you don't know, but you can hear a
Mhm.
conversation.
Mhm.
You can't hear
Yeah.
the words in a text.
Even if you do emojis.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you don't know. So I think it's, I agree with you, Tracy E. I've done it too. Serious conversations in a text because you know what? It's easier. It is much easier than I'm not a person who likes conflict. It's much easier to type it out and send it than to have that conversation.
I think though we're missing out. I think we really are missing out in both the ability to create empathy and the ability to create kindness, um, as well as just, the joy of the conversation, right?
Right,
I
right.
think I think we're missing out on all of those
Yep,
aspects with our
yep.
phones.
I agree. So, viewer, what do you think? Do you have serious conversations? Have you been the receiver of somebody who gave you a serious conversation and how did you perceive it? Or have you been the sender of it? And was it perceived the way you wished or wanted it to be? Or was it out of context? Let us know in the comments. Share this with somebody that you feel would benefit from it. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe and hit notifications so you know when the next episode comes out. Until next time.
Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you as a regular member of our community.